Yo, what's going on, y'all? This is Marcus Rosa, aka Mazuma TV, back at y'all with some more boxing talk, man. I hope everybody's having a blessed, beautiful, positive, productive night. I hope y'all had a great day overall, man. Back at y'all with some more boxing talk. We got some things that we currently need to discuss going on in the boxing world. We're going to talk about David Benavidez' team refusing to step aside for Dmitry Bivol and what that could mean for the light heavyweight division, and Abdullah Mason being the new boogeyman in the boxing world, man. We're going to talk about that whole thing. And unfortunately, his opponent, Giovanni Cabrera, pulling out for unknown reasons. And then, of course, we're going to get into the heated conversation that transpired between Gabe Rosado and Bill Haney. You feel what I'm saying? Then, of course, we're going to get into some open boxing topics. You feel what I'm saying? But before we get into all of that, if y'all could hit the like button, that'll be very much appreciated, man. You know what I mean? I usually go live from the living room, man, but man, this is a chill type of night, man. I had a long day. You know what I'm saying? So niggas is laid up in bed. You know what I mean? With my co-host, Millennia. No? All right, fuck you then. Anyways, shout out to everybody that's in the comments. Marissa says, Mazuma Nation. Hey, Mark, how are you doing? I can't complain. Like I said, you know what I mean? Long day. Nothing crazy, but long day. You feel what I'm saying? Tired, all that good shit. You know, niggas pushing 30, so niggas getting old. You feel me? Pedro says, yo, Maz, how you, bro? I won't tell you. I tell my friend about channel. Love, bro, the content. Thank you much, very, Pedro. Me, thankful. Shout out to my boy, Pedro. Coffee Plant, what up? Chris Maldonado, what up? Justin Jackson said, Abdullah is not a boogeyman. We're going to get into the conversation. You know, this is all opinionated, and it's just a question that I'm posing. This isn't me calling him the boogeyman or officially crowning him as such, but we're going to talk about Abdullah Mason and if this unfortunate situation that he went through, is this going to start to be common for him? You feel what I'm saying? Like I said, Giovanni Cabrera had pulled out due to an unknown reason, according to the reports that I have seen. So we're going to talk about his next opponent, you know what I mean, who he may like exactly who his next opponent may be. And, you know, all that good shit, man. But we're going to let a few more people get in here. Shout out to the 11 people that's in the building. If we could get 11 likes, that'd be very much appreciated. Oh, big news. I didn't even get to tell you. Rolly Romero will be joining Mazuma TV Tuesday night. Tuesday night, Rolly Romero will be joining the live to chop it up with the nation. You feel what I'm saying? Can I get a round of applause? About fucking time you get on program. Anyways, we will be having Rolly Romero on the channel to chop it up.
Who's that?
You know what I mean? Y'all know who Rolly is? The nigga I was on the phone with. Who I be on the phone? The nigga that said he wanted to fly us out to Vegas.
Okay. Yeah, I
remember. But yeah, we'll be having Rolly Romero on the live. You know what I mean? We're going to have a good little conversation, funny little conversation or whatever. It depends what type move Rolly in. I don't know. We going to see. You know what I mean? That motherfucker a coin toss, so we're going to see what type time he on. But let's get the likes up, people. We got some things that we currently need to discuss. He said he spoke to you. Yeah, we spoke today. Me and Rolly spoke today. Because he said give him a couple weeks after the press conferences to do the interview and shit. So I took him at his word. I hit him up. And he said, yo, he was like, yeah, bro, let's do Tuesday or Thursday. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get straight to the shit. So I said, all right, let's do Tuesday. You know what I mean? I'll be available at this time or whatever. He ain't get back to me yet, but we going to get that shit situated for sure. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ralph, what up? What's going on? What's going on? The moderators in the building. The moderators in the building. Nigga said keep it real with him. What you think I do, bro? I could tell you new around here, brother. I don't kiss nobody's ass. I don't do none of that. You must not be familiar with the channel, brother. I forgive you, though. But anyways, let's get into this boxing talk, shall we? Shout out to my boy Lorenzo, all the way from Japan, showing love. Salute, salute. Did y'all hear about Jermell Charlo returning in the late summer? Tom Brown TGB Promotions announced that. I just want to know why I gotta take that long. You know what I'm saying? I was kind of like it's good that we know that Jermell's coming back. But it's like, come on, dog. Like late summer, bro. Like why such a long turnaround? What's really going on? But anyways, it is what it is. What can we do? What can we do, people? What can we do? The inactivity is a motherfucker, bro. You know what I mean? And Jermell, I mean, he ain't the youngest nigga in the world, so that shit kind of sucks for real. I ain't even gonna lie to you. But anyways, I'm trying to pull up this article for y'all. Shout out to the boy Hassan Wells on X, formerly known as Twitter. He says Giovanni Cabrera has pulled out of Abdullah Mason fight for unknown reasons. So he will now be fighting, of course, Abdullah Mason, he's referring to Carlos Ornelas. Carlos Ornelas on April 5th in Las Vegas. Now, shout out to Abdullah Mason for, accepting the next opponent. He could have probably just been like, I'm going to step back. If it ain't Giovanni Cabrera, we could try to postpone it. He's still staying active. He fighting April 5th, which is not that far away. You feel what I'm saying? And he took the next. I'm sure that it didn't take that long to actually find a new opponent. Now, am I familiar with Carlos Ornelas? No, I'm not. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie to y'all and act like I'm this big historian. Like, yeah, I know Carlos Ornelas. He fought this guy and that guy. No, not at all. I'm not familiar with him. So we actually gonna pull up this dude box rec and get a sense of who this guy is. All right. So he's actually considered inactive. So he hasn't fought since 2023. 28-4, 3 knockouts. You know what I'm saying? He's been knocked out 3 times in his 4 losses. And then we going with 28 with the 28 victories he has 15 knockouts. So a little more than a 50% knockout ratio in terms of wins. You know what I mean? Man, it's hard. It's really hard to, try to make this guy sound like he's somebody or some type of threat to Abdullah Mason. I ain't gonna lie to you, coming off of basically, a year and a half layoff because he hasn't fought since December 16th, but he did defeat a 16-0 in his last fight. He's fought guys. He's fought Rafael Espinoza. That's probably the only notable name that I see right here, in all honesty. But besides that, I guess you could say he done been around the block. This is a 30-year-old dude, southpaw, 5'6", with a 5'7" arm reach, and of course he's from Mexico. You see what I mean? I don't know if Abdullah Mason is headline. I'm not even gonna say that, but what can Abdullah Mason do, man? April 5th is only like what, 2 weeks away? Like 2 weeks away? Yeah, 2 weeks away. So Abdullah Mason is not going to get the most quality opponent on 2 weeks' notice. You know what I'm saying? Especially with people knowing who Abdullah Mason is and how dangerous that kid is and how he may be the next big thing or whatever the case is. They're not going to fight this kid on 2 weeks' notice. First of all, they're going to want a good amount of money. And that's another thing. If they do fight him on 2 weeks' notice, they want a stupid bag for it. And Abdullah Mason, I don't think he has the biggest budget as of right now to be accommodating motherfuckers, that want, them huge paydays. So his camp was during Ramadan. Yes, it was. That's a good observation, Coffee Plant. But, like I said, Stephen Fulton done fought during Ramadan multiple times. And I don't know exactly what his record is during Ramadan now, but I remember at one point in time, I think he had like 4 fights during Ramadan, and they were all knockouts. You feel what I'm saying? They were all knockout wins for Stephen Fulton. So, hey, man, if he could do it, you know what I mean? Why can't Abdullah Mason? You feel what I'm saying? If Stephen Fulton can do it, why can't Abdullah Mason? You feel me? And maybe Abdullah Mason breaks his fast during the sunset, and then he probably trains at night. You feel what I'm saying? Or he might get a workout little bit before the sun rises. We don't know exactly what he's doing, but I'm sure that he's done things to accommodate, you know, to benefit himself. You feel what I'm saying? So, and then once your body gets adjusted to the fasting and all that, it won't be that hard for him to train. That probably first week and a half probably gonna be rough, but then afterwards, I think it's smooth sailing. According to the people that I know that, train during Ramadan and shit, there's a few Muslims at the gym that, tell me all about it and shit like that. But Abdullah Mason is fighting Carlos or Nelas. I guess that's the best opponent that he could find on 2 weeks' notice. And I don't really see anything on this guy's I haven't seen his style yet in terms of how the way he fights, but I haven't seen anything on his resume that warrants any real concern. It seems he's fought as low. Let me see this dude fought Rafael Espinoza at 130 pounds. It's gonna be hard to make a case that this dude is a threat to Abdullah Mason. Abdullah Mason's a big lightweight in himself. This dude fought at 126 pounds. I don't know, man. I don't know. Abdullah Mason about to have a motherfucker. He about to fucking show out in this motherfucker. That's what I feel like is gonna happen. So, unfortunately, he wasn't able to get Giovanni Cabrera. Giovanni Cabrera got an awkward style. And from what I saw, he got a little bit of durability in him too. You feel what I mean? And he gave Isaac Cruz some good work. Some people thought he even beat Isaac Cruz or whatever the case is. So, that would have been a good little test to see how, that would have been a good measuring stick for Abdullah Mason. I think he would have beat Giovanni. I think he's just sharper. The better boxer, better skills, better IQ. I think he would have stunned it on Giovanni Cabrera and probably broke him down, with accumulation. But that would have been a good measuring stick to see exactly where he fits at lightweight right now. You feel what I'm saying? But unfortunately, things didn't go that way. Giovanni Cabrera has his reasons for why he wasn't able to compete. So we'll see, man. Let's see how he does against Carlos Ornelas. I just don't want to see people criticizing Abdullah Mason, man. I be feeling like that's so unfair. I felt the same way about Shakur when, his opponent pulled out, unfortunately, Floyd Schofield. And then when they replaced him with Josh Padley, like, oh, this dude's an electrician. What the fuck is going on? It's like, bro, he needed an opponent on what? What was it, like 3 days notice? What is he supposed to do? Who is he supposed to fight? He's supposed to skip a payday after paying all this money for a training camp? I guarantee you, if you put a fan in a fighter's shoes and really understand how much a training camp costs, especially at an elite level, y'all would have a different perspective on things. Because let's say Shakur Stevenson got $5 million for Josh Padley. Let's just say that, right? With him having that in mind, he's going to put some money up in order to put himself in the best possible position to win. But, that includes paying for sparring partners. If he has a nutritionist, a chef, he got to pay his coaches because, they might be on some weekly payment type situation or per session type shit. What if he has to travel and train at a gym? You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of expenses that come with a fucking training camp, bro. The sparring partners don't be cheap. Coaches don't be cheap. Nutritionists don't be cheap. Chefs don't be cheap. There's a lot of things and gyms definitely not cheap. Trust me, I fucking run one. I know what it is. You feel what I'm saying? So shit, he probably looking upwards of close to 6 figures for a camp. Of course, he want to make his money back. He not about to just blow 6 figures and then be like, oh man, Floyd Schofield ain't fighting. All right, man, I'm gonna just pull out. No, I need my money back. I need my return on investment. You know what I mean? I'm putting this 6 figures up so I can get 7 when I walk out this motherfucking boxing ring. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully Abdullah Mason don't get criticized too harshly, man. But you already know the standard is set a lot higher for black fighters, unfortunately. They barely do any type, they're barely sympathetic towards black fighters. They put black fighters on different pedestals. They expect more out of them. And you damned if you do, damned if you don't. If you're an American, if you're an African American, not just boxer, but just athlete. You feel what I'm saying? Like I don't really be seeing guys like I didn't really see guys like Dirk Nowitzki get criticized like LeBron James did. You know, I don't really see guys like Luka Doncic get criticized like Kyrie Irving. You feel what I'm saying? It's just I don't know exactly what it is. Well, I know exactly what it is, but it's not just boxing that black athletes get criticized harshly, and it's just it's not just boxing. It's just the world in general. You feel what I mean? I ain't see no white golfer get harshly criticized as much as a Tiger Woods. It is what it is. I could just bring on multiple examples, and I ain't even watch golf, but every time I check ESPN, I mean, he cheated on his wife, and they act like this nigga did some, like he murdered her or some shit. What the fuck is going on? All he did was cheat, bro. All these niggas be cheating on their bitch, especially these these celebrities, these athletes. They had this motherfucker on Frontline News making him apologize. Like, bro, they ain't none of y'all fucking business. He ain't got to apologize to y'all. Looking back on that situation, that shit was wild. But, it is what it is. I ain't trying to get too sidetracked. You know what I mean? So let's see exactly what happens with Abdullah Mason. You feel me? Now, let's get into one of my favorite fighters currently in the sport of boxing, my boy David Benavidez. He's been looking for his huge opportunity, man. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to get it at super middleweight. You feel what I'm saying? I was trying to get the Canelo fight. He wasn't able to get it. He gave us some big fights at 68. You know what I mean? Won a couple world titles there, but he wasn't able to get that big significant fight. So he was like, all right, I'm gonna move on with my career and get these legacy defining fights at 175 to really prove I'm the best. So since then, he's fought Alexander Volzdik. You know what I mean? Had a shit ton of injuries, but he was able to overcome that. Then he took on the young, hungry lion that a lot of people were saying Benavidez was ducking, and David Morrell, and then put on a great performance against him. You know what I'm saying? So he's been on a hell of a run. He's building up his resume fight by fight. He's made it clear that he wants the winner. He wanted the winner between Beterbiev and Bivol too. And we all know who won that fight, ladies and gentlemen. It was Dmitry Bivol, who was able to come out with the victory with an amazing performance, man, was able to neutralize and outwork Beterbiev, outclass him in the mid and late rounds, and he was able to pull out the decision to become the undisputed light heavyweight champion of the world. And, Benavidez has remained adamant about, facing these guys. So a lot of people were speculating exactly what David Benavidez was going to do, because Turki Al-Sheikh said he wasn't going to bid on the fight because, he was having his problems with WBC, little bullshit boxing politics and shit like that. And Turki Al-Sheikh was pushing for the trilogy. And it was even, in my opinion, giving, Dmitry Bivol an ultimatum. Like, yo, man, remember we've been taking care of you. You know what I'm saying? And you got to make your decision quick because, things could change in a certain amount of time, blah, blah, blah. So it's a lot going on right now. So I was wondering what David Benavidez was going to do or how his team was going to respond to that whole situation. And I guess Samson Lukowicz, who was David Benavidez's promoter, came out and said what they planned on doing. Let me see. And, he's been speaking of Samson Lukowicz. And this came from Brunch Boxing. Shout out to Brunch Boxing. Samson Lukowicz makes it loud and clear. David Benavidez's next fight will be for the WBC Light Heavyweight Championship. One of the quotes happens to be, if Bivol wants to fight his trilogy, it will only happen for 3 titles. So based off of what Samson Lukowicz is saying, man, he's like, yo, listen, we not taking no step aside money. We not waiting for anybody. We want our opportunity right away. We not about to sit here and wait for no trilogy or anything like that. If you're going to fight Beterbiev, that's cool. But it's not going to be for undisputed because we will be, pressing for the WBC title shot. And we're going to get this title shot with or without you. This is Samson Lukowicz's words. That's what he's saying. So it's gonna be very interesting to see what happens. Is Dmitry Bivol going to rock with Turkey Al-Sheikh and lose the belt and still get a huge payday, or is he going to keep his belts at undisputed because he really don't owe Better Beef nothing? You know what I mean? But since Better Beef gave him an opportunity, he may feel like, you know what, he showed me love, let me return the favor type shit. But in reality, he don't owe Better Beef anything. You feel what I'm saying? And a lot of people feel like he don't owe Better Beef anything, even though it was a great fight. A lot of people think Bivol won both fights. You feel what I'm saying? So it's going to be interesting to see what route he takes. Is he going to defend all his titles against David Benavidez, or will he fight Better Beef for just 3 out of the 4 titles? Either way, I think it's going to be beneficial for David Benavidez because eventually, if these guys want undisputed, they're going to have to see him. So let's say Benavidez ends up fighting for the vacant WBC light heavyweight title of the world, and he fights somebody for, let's say, like a Callum Smith or something, and he ends up winning that belt. Better Beef and Bivol going to fight each other in the trilogy. Now there's going to be 2 champions in the division. Turkey Al-Sheikh, he likes undisputed fights. He likes meaningful fights. Why wouldn't he try to put that together after they do the tiebreaker? I think it's a great fight. Yeah, I mean, Lorenzo saying he thought Bivol won both fights. You know what I'm saying? I thought he did too. I thought he squeaked out the first fight. You know what I mean? I thought he won 7-5. You feel what I mean? But you know, it could have really went either way if I'm being objective, if I'm being honest. But the second fight, I thought he clearly got. My personal opinion, I thought the second fight was cleaner than the first fight. But you know, David Benavidez is a whole different type of style, a whole different type of story. And I think Bivol knows that. I'm not saying Bivol bitching by any stretch of the imagination, but maybe he's just going to stay on Turkey Al-Sheikh's good side and just explore the trilogy. Now, if I'm David Benavidez, I got a different type of perspective on it. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is me being the boxing mind that I am, right? So both fights, you know, these guys took turns, you know, punching on each other. You know, first fight we seen Bivol get stunned. We seen Better Beef get stunned. These guys traded some good chess match, but both of these guys are taking some, you know, some punishment. Second fight, much of the same. And y'all already know Bivol, you know, he's not the oldest, but, you know, each and every time you step in the ring and you in there in tough competitive fights, especially, you know, Artur Better Beef that's punching like that, you leave with less and less of yourself. You know what I mean? You lose a little bit of you every time you get in the ring. Better Beef, that man is 40 years old, 40 plus. You know what I mean? Father Time could be calling him at any moment now. Of course, he got power. Of course, he's still going to be dangerous. But once Father Time catches up, the reflexes ain't going to be the same. That punch resistance ain't going to be the same. Them legs ain't going to be underneath you how they used to be. You know what I mean? Your conditioning might even plummet. So the mindless consumer says, I don't think David really wants to fight Bivol. Maybe he wants a softer look after Morrell. I think you got Benavidez fucked up, mindless. I really think he wants to fight Bivol. He been talking. He been adamant about facing Bivol for a hot ass minute. You know what I mean? Just facing the winner in general. Like his eyes are set on fighting for undisputed because he wasn't able to get that undisputed shot against Canelo at 68. So he's like, all right. So now I'm just go up to 75 and, you know, try to make a name for myself up here. So I think he's really locked in on facing either one of them. If we honest, that's an undefeated, confident person who's been on a hell of a roll. He in this mentality where he just focused, he locked in, he on a mission. He genuinely feels like nobody can really fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? Ralphie Ray Gozer, shout out to Ralphie. He says, if they are not going to give Benavidez the undisputed title shot against Bivol, the right thing to do is to strip Bivol with the WBC belt. Let David fight for the WBC belt against Smith. Ralphie, I agree with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, there needs to be some type of structure where, you know, we all for, you know, big, meaningful, exciting fights. But at the same time, you know, these contenders need to be getting a shot as well. You know what I mean? Undisputed was already accomplished. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people thought Bivol won the first 2 fights. So does he necessarily have to spin the block right away for the trilogy? Some people may say yes. I'm more on the other side where it's like, all right, I've seen them guys fight twice now. I want to see, I want to see something a little different. I want to see a different obstacle in front of him to see how he's able to overcome this, if he's even able to. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like if you eat the same thing 2 days straight, on the third day, you're gonna be like, all right, man, I done ate steak 2 days in a row, man. Let me try. Let's get into some pasta. You know what I'm saying? Let's try some Chinese food. Let's try some Mexican food, whatever the fuck the case is. You know what I'm saying? If you eat steak for 2 days straight, you probably like, nah, we ain't doing this shit. We ain't about to eat this shit for a third time. We got options. I don't want to see. Uh, I wouldn't mind the trilogy, but I just think that the Benavidez fight is a more interesting dynamic because we haven't seen it before. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my take on it. Why y'all niggas laughing, man? Y'all clowning me? The mindless consumer. Salute. Dangerous desires bullies. What up? Lorenzo, he said, I feel like it will get easier and easier for Bivol to beat Better Beef at this point. The third fight might go, I think you meant to say 120. Oh, negative 102. I think you're talking about the odds. Oh, 10-2. That's what you meant. 10-2 for Bivol. Shit, it might, bro. Like I said, and this was way before the second fight happened. I said if they were to do a rematch, I think that the rematch benefits Bivol because he's the more versatile fighter. He can resort to different things. I think he's going to be more capable of switching things up, making the better adjustments in order to win. Better Beef, he got skills, but that's not his bread and butter. His bread and butter is his aggressiveness, his punching power, and his his dog. You feel what I'm saying? Bivol, on the other hand, he got the footwork, he got the IQ, he got the fluidity and his combinations. He got the hand speed. He just had more to rely on. There was more tools that he could resort to. Like, all right, I didn't use tool A, B, and C in the first fight. We're going to bring it out for this second fight. Better Beef, on the other hand, it's like the only thing he could really do is like turn up the intensity, let his hands go more. You know what I'm saying? Better Beef was more limited in adjustments in comparison to Bivol. So I felt like Bivol had more room for growth, more room for improvement, which was why I had him winning the rematch. And I think the trilogy, he'll get an even better a better understanding of Better Beef. He's gonna know what Better Beef's weakness is and get straight to it from the first round and then continue it all the way to the end. StreamYard said we all ate steak 3 days in a row, Mazuma. You not understanding what I'm saying. If you eat something enough, like if you eat the same thing over and over and over, eventually you're gonna get tired of it. You know what I mean? Or it's like, all right, bro, I had McDonald's 2 days in a row. You know what I mean? Now I want a home cooked meal. That's how I look at the whole. Like I seen Bivol and Better Beef fight each other twice. I don't think the trilogy gonna be much different besides Bivol being more dominant in the trilogy, in my opinion. Let's see the young, hungry lion David Benavidez get the shot. Because he might bring something different to the table. He might bring a more exciting fight. Shit, he might even beat Bivol. We don't know. The mindless consumer says, I heard Bivol touched and dropped him in a sparring from old boy on Joe Rogan. Yeah, mindless, but people disputed that. And then that same guy came out on an Instagram story and said how, he had it all mixed up, that it was actually Benavidez that dropped Bivol with a jab. So he messed up his story. He said Bivol did it, but in reality, Benavidez did it. And I knew it didn't make sense because Benavidez had a similar story to do in old interviews that I've seen. But he was saying that Bivol was the one who did it. And I'm like, well, Benavidez was the one who said he did it. So what really happened? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I seen that shit. StreamYard, Jake Paul talking about he want to fight AJ. I'm like, yo, who the fuck put the battery in this motherfucker Jake Paul back to suddenly want to fight these big name guys? You know what I mean? Trying to fight Canelo Alvarez. That boy Jake Paul gonna get put on a highlight reel, especially fucking with Anthony Joshua. He's like, oh, he's slow. He's slow, he's stiff, and he ain't got no chin. It's like, bro, Jake, you ain't nobody. What you think? You superior to AJ? But then he was dicking, and he had David Benavidez on his show. He was like, I could beat Canelo, I could beat AJ, but I can't beat David Benavidez. Of course you're gonna say that because he's right in front of you, you bitch ass nigga. What is we talking about? What is we talking about? You probably talk shit about Benavidez if he wasn't in that room neither. That's how fake and pussy these motherfuckers be, bro. But I hope Anthony Joshua, because I seen that Anthony Joshua had called him. I hope Anthony Joshua obliges him. I hope he obliges him. I hope that 6'6", 250, 260 pound ass nigga accepts Jake Paul's challenges, signs that motherfucking contract, and beats the dog shit out of Jake Paul if he can't get that Tyson Fury fight. I hope he do. I hope he do. Go ahead and save the day. You know, Tyson Fury brother already punched on Jake. Jake done got a couple wins since then, so he feeling himself again. Go ahead and serve him that humble pie. Go ahead and serve him that humble pie. Please, I pray to God Anthony Joshua knock shit down Jake Paul's leg so he can go ahead and ride off into the sunset and go back to fucking his little cracker girlfriend who an Olympian or some shit like that. Jose Pierre says, why? Why not? Why not? Canelo was about to do it. Why not? At this, that's the current era of boxing we in right now. Why not? Because all the bullshit that we not asking for is happening. Everybody's saying why, and the boxing world is responding with why not. We was this close to seeing Canelo and Jake Paul. We seen Francis Ngannou and Tyson Fury. We seen Francis Ngannou with Anthony Joshua. We about to see Rashad Evans and Rampage box each other. We see Jorge Masvidal and fucking Nate Diaz boxing each other. We about to see KSI and Dylan Dennis. Why not? I don't know. Jake must see Jake feeling himself, bro. Listen, he been training, and you know, I don't know if y'all niggas ever boxed before, but you know what I mean? Once you get a good little run running in boxing, you be feeling like you King Kong and shit. That's probably how he feeling. You watching KSI and Dylan? Depends. It depends what's going on that weekend. If I'm at home chilling or whatever, being the homebody that I am, probably. You know what I mean? If I don't got that my son that weekend or anything, probably not. Because when I don't got my son for the weekend, I usually be out. You gonna watch jumping jacks? What you talking about? KSI with that bum ass in and out movement he be doing? That shit. KSI be swearing his shit that in and out movement be effective, bro. It's like, bro, your fucking in and out movement is so predictable, bro. You get a good nigga, you get a nigga with some good timing, like some Juan Manuel Marquez shit, run you into that right hand like he did Pacquiao. Come on, dog. KSI, he fighting Dylan Dan. Dylan Dennis can't fucking box. Nigga had Logan looking like a motherfucking Olympian. He said he the YouTube version of Wilder. Never. Wilder would have knocked out Tommy Fury. Yeah, KSI is trash. You can tell he got some pop. What they all do. Jake could punch. KSI could punch. Logan could punch. Shit don't mean nothing. Shit don't mean nothing. But it's just so funny that like he be bouncing on his toes doing that in and out shit, thinking like he really doing something, being effective. It's like, bro, you're trash, bro. You're trash. You let this nigga Tommy Fury don't even box for real. This nigga a model for Calvin Klein and shit. This nigga be on Netflix dating shows. Nigga they ain't even trained for you and still was cooking you. He modified the pendulum step. Damn. Anyways, yeah, I seen Jake Paul calling out AJ, bro. That nigga don't want no smoke with AJ. He way too small. Don't act. Let's not act like. Let's not act like Jake Paul wasn't bitching about. He was bitching when this dude wasn't about to make weight. Hakeem Rockman Jr. Y'all remember that? Bandana smelled. I seen KSI. He not really wearing his bandana how he used to. He embracing that big ass forehead he got. He embracing it. He should. You know what I mean? I always looked at niggas like that as like extremely insecure, like niggas who got like fucked up hairlines and bald spots. They always wearing hats. You know what I'm saying? I always looked at them as hella insecure, bro. If my shit ever start receding, bro, the hair coming off, cause I got a beard. I ain't tripping. I'm gonna be me regardless. That's the type of confidence that I got. You feel me? Like KSI wearing that bandana, you know what I mean? Cause niggas, he's scared of what niggas may think of his Mojo Jojo head and shit. You know what I mean? Y'all remember Mojo Jojo, the one the Powerpuff Girls used to beat the fuck up with the glass brain? He had the brain inside that glass, that long ass head. That's the shit KSI got going on. You know what I mean? Wearing that same black and white bandana. You know what I mean? Just trying to keep his insecurities behind that dusty ass bandana that he got out of motherfucking Jamaican hair store or some shit. Nigga's a clown. Bethaniel says, I actually have some ideal opponents for Jake to fight. Real cruiserweights. Now, you wasting your time, Beth. You know he don't want to fight no real cruiserweights. Why would you even suggest that? You being too sensible. You being too logical. He not in it to really fight no real fighters, bro. He trying to get a bag. He was about to fight Gervonta Davis, bro. If Gervonta would have smoked Lamont Roach, we'd be hearing about an exhibition between Jake Paul and Tank right now. Trust me. Lamont ruined that whole shit. That whole thing, Lamont ruined it. Shout out to Lamont. Shout out to Lamont for ruining that situation so we don't gotta watch that bullshit. Why Tank been MIA? Whenever he don't got a fight day, he go MIA, bro. When he get to talking on social media, that's because a fight date about to be announced. But according to the rumors, they fighting at the end of June anyway. Shout out to my boy Anonymous. Mindless Consumer said Rockman could only spar Jake with one hand and he was still running. Yeah, I seen that shit. Jake like landed a couple shots on Rockman. He was like flexing that John. Like, bro, stop it. Stop it. Niggas was handicapped. That's called handicapping the fighter. You know what I mean? Or you could call it technical sparring as well, where a coach tell a guy who's clearly on a different level, like they'll handicap him like, yo, only throw jabs. Or only throw 1-2s. Only throw jabs to the body. You know what I mean? You only them what they'll also do is, yo, you can only throw 6 left hooks this round. And then once you throw them 6 hooks, you can't throw none else no more. They'll even tell them, yo, just work on your defense. Don't throw any punches. Just make them miss. But you let Jake tell it. He dominating niggas in sparring. Whole time his coach telling his sparring partners what to do so he don't get hurt. Pussy ass nigga. Do I want Tank to win the rematch? I don't really care for real. Like, I'm not really a big fan. Like, Lamont got my respect and on some real shit. He got a little bit of a fan in me. I ain't even gonna lie. That performance was pretty impressive because I thought he was gonna get blown out the water. But my fault. Let me bring this shit down. But I don't really care who win for real. Like, if Tank ice him this time, then that's what's up. You know what I mean? I'm not. I don't really care for unless Gervonta fight somebody elite, bro, or somebody we actually want to see him. We want to see him fight. You know what I mean? I ain't even about to be too pressed on what he got going on. Like, I'll talk about him because it's boxing news. He trending, and I'm a content creator, and I got to talk about what the people want to hear. But like me personally, like as the man, I don't really be caring about Tank for real. You know what I mean? I know I was just betting. Y'all seen that roast video I put up? Yeah, man, that shit done pissed some people off. I had to block some people in the comments. G-Bo, what up? You are a content creator. Always remember that. I'm more than. Uh, I mean, I hear what you're saying, but you say I don't know if you putting it in a way where you trying to make it seem like I'm just a content creator. Before all this shit, bro, I was unboxing. Before I ever dropped the YouTube video, I was in the gym. Before I ever threw a YouTube, before I ever put up a YouTube video, I was punching on niggas. So, you know what I mean? Correct yourself. I don't know. I take that as a little bit of a. I don't like when niggas try to limit me. Tank not gonna fight anyone credible after if he beats Lamont in the rematch. He gonna go back to doing what he was doing, bro. He probably gonna run that Jake Paul situation back. You know what I mean? That probably is just postponed right now. You know, Tank was trying to run away from the Roach rematch immediately. You know what I'm saying? Like he was saying, "Oh, I want it next." Oh yeah, I want it next, but it's not next. Like he didn't want the Lamont Roach smoke immediately. Something happened. He probably was shamed into doing that immediate rematch. Wait, Golf, you hit him with the wrench? Nah, he was like, "You'll always be a content creator." I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Something was off about that, brother. Anonymous says, "I hope Roach wins and smokes all them niggas. Lamont ain't gonna have me waiting 5 years to see the big fights." Hey, shout out to Lamont Roach, man. He threw off them Jake Paul plans. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. Because, you know, the casuals would be like, "Oh my God, do you see Tank's about to fight Jake Paul?" I know they did good numbers and all that shit. And uh, Tank and Jake would have made a crazy bag together. It probably would have been on Netflix and all that good shit. But, bro, I don't give a fuck about none of that. You know why? Because, for one, I ain't eating off of that shit. So why the fuck would I give a fuck about it? That's none of my concern. Nowadays, these boxing fans. These boxing fans be caring about niggas' numbers and how much money they make. Why is that any of your concern, brother? Y'all niggas pocket watching like baby moms. Y'all pocket watching like baby moms. What the fuck that gotta do with me? When I get these wires sent to my bank account or these direct deposits, whatever the case is, don't none of them Jones come from pay-per-view revenue or any of these fighters, bro. I could care less. Why is that a topic of conversation? I thought boxing fans I thought boxing fans were fans that cared about the skill set or the outcomes of the fights or who's better than who. And come on, man. We ain't getting to the bag. Jibo said we ain't getting to the bag with you. No, we giving our money to them. We contributing to their bag. We not getting nothing off of that. We the ones spending our money. They the ones receiving it. Ralphie, Ray Goza said, "Do you like a fight between Jermaine Ortiz against Tito Mercado? And who would you favor?" Man, I seen Jermaine Ortiz call out Tito Mercado too. I ain't gonna lie, man. If we talking about like experience and overall skill set, we gotta go with Jermaine Ortiz. My personal opinion, but Tito Mercado, this man momentum is at an all-time high. He visited my gym, good people. I communicated with him. He punched like a son of a bitch, bro. Him and his brother, they big punchers. They ferocious, you know what I mean, aggressive. But Jermaine, you know what I mean, switch hitter, could box really well. He got dog in him too. He could switch. Like he got a little bit of he Jermaine is pretty well rounded. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't class him as like an A+ fighter or anything like that. I would probably put him like a tier below the world champions if we being honest. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that'll really show where Tito Mercado is at. Will Tito Mercado take that fight at this point in his career? I don't believe so. I think Eddie Hearn is still trying to build him up and really assess where he's at. But if they were to make that fight happen, that'll be a good fucking fight. That'll be a good fight, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. Like, Tito Mercado could probably hurt Jermaine Ortiz. Jermaine can get hit. You know what I'm saying? But maybe if he showcases that lateral movement that he gave against Tiafimo, he could probably make some shit pop. Because we don't even know if Tito Mercado could really cut off a ring. If we being honest, bro, like, you know, he fought an old Hank Lundy. He beat an old Jose Pedraza and shit like that. But we don't know how good Tito Mercado is yet. We know he could punch. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know that. We know he a big puncher and all that. And he's been stomping on the competition that's been put in front of him as of late. But none of them guys been Jermaine Ortiz. But Jermaine Ortiz done been around the block and seen guys that we could probably look at as better than Tito Mercado, Teofimo Lopez, Vasil Lomachenko. You know what I mean? Even coming up, you know, I know a lot of people don't really know, dude. But the boy who rocked Keyshawn Davis, Nair Albright, beat him years before Keyshawn did. Jermaine been around the block, cuz that's all that really needs to be said. And you know, if we talking experience, you know, it's night and day. There's no comparison. I know that slime, homie. That's cool. He said below. He said below world champions, but above Tio. But Tio a world champion, brother. I get what you're saying though. I thought Jermaine beat Tio. And he had a close draw with Loma too. Yeah, I got Jermaine Ortiz too. I think the skills, I think he more skilled than Tito. I just think that he can't take too many because Tito even got a little bit of hand speed too. He explosive, he got some good hand speed. You know what I mean by explosive, 'cause I say it all the time, is like how you run off them combinations, you know what I mean, and still and have like that, like a crazy amount of power. Frank Martin and Hitchens. I don't know, bro. And the reason why I don't really know is because we gotta see how Frank Martin look after getting put on that highlight reel, bro. I gotta see if he's still here. You know what I mean? Some people could bounce back from it and act like nothing happened, like Pacquiao and shit. But then there's other people who may be permanently like damaged psychologically from that, who may never be that confident again. That 5 pounds is definitely gonna help Frank though. But Mercado and Jermaine, I got Jermaine. Gotta see how he bounced back. Some of that shit could destroy a person and fuck with their whole style. They might develop some type of mental blocks, question themselves. You know what I mean? Slime was 16 when World War II started. Slime, you was 16 pounds coming out the pussy, cuz. And was wearing 8 to 12 month clothes coming out the womb. You ain't fitting none of the hospital outfits. Mark don't fuck with Hitchens. You fucking right. I think he a pussy until he showed me otherwise. You know what I mean? I ain't got no problem admitting I'm wrong or apologizing if, you know, you know. If Hitchens turned around and he beat the shit out of Subriel or he beat a T.O., I'm like, all right. But nah, not even T.O., bro. Because I feel like Hitchens only calling him out because he know T.O. had trouble with boxers. I want to see him fight Subriel. He beat Subriel, I took my head off to him. I mean, I don't believe him right now. I'm not a believer. I think he got selective smoke. I think he got that triple S, man. I think he got the selective smoke syndrome. You know what I mean? But all right, y'all. We spoke about a couple things. Let's get into some open boxing topics, which is what we pretty much been doing anyway, man. So go ahead and send in y'all questions. I know y'all can see it in my face. I'm pretty tired, but yeah, he definitely got picks, cuz. You know that coffee. You know the slang. You know the lingo. Ain't you from down here? Is that you in your profile pic, coffee, or that's somebody else? When I was born, I think niggas discovered fire. That's what Junior Senior said. Yeah, when I was born, niggas discovered fire. But what Junior Senior didn't tell you was once we discovered that fire, he used it to light up his crack pipe. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Junior Senior could talk shit, but we the reason why he was able to get high for the first time. You know what I mean? And it been a hell of a story for him ever since then. You know what I mean? We discovered fire and you know what I mean, when we rubbed them trees, them twigs together, you know what I mean, to create that spark, T.O. Senior, the Neanderthal he is, was able to pull out that crack pipe, you know what I mean, put that aluminum foil in that motherfucker, get that spark going, you know what I mean? And that nigga was on he been in La La Land since then. You know what I mean? And he was able to create his crack baby son. That's what niggas don't tell you. So Junior Senior could say whatever he want. We the reason why he was able to get high. Yeah, yeah. He said he put that coca on his pee pee. Yeah. He said, yeah, I put cocaine on my pee pee when I'm fucking. So what, nigga? Mm-hmm. He's so what, nigga? Like, all right, nigga. Shout out to my boy Lorenzo with the $5 super chat. He said, if you could put together a Super Six at 154 from fighters from any era, who would you pick? Ooh wee, ooh wee. That's a good one. That's a good one. Oh my god, from any era. You think Lubin could beat Bakram? No, I don't. I think he'll try to trade. The problem with Lubin is he's extremely skilled. I'm gonna get back to Lorenzo question. I'm gonna leave it up here. Lubin is extremely skilled. He could box. You know what I mean? Good amateur background and all that shit. Good power. Good dog. But he loses focus, man. And he abandons the game plan, which is a horrible, horrible thing to do when you're a fighter, not listen to your coaches and just throw caution to the wind. And I think he would genuinely try to go blow for blow. I think he'll try to go band for band with Bakram and get slept. I genuinely think that. Like Lubin will beat some solid guys at 54, but I don't know. I think them big punchers, just them aggressive come forward punchers, they a problem for Lubin. Once he feel like his boxing ability ain't working, and he start to stand his ground, that's when he gets very vulnerable. Just my opinion. He might give Bakram some trouble at first, but nah. So um let's go back to the super chat, man. The Super Six at 154. So let's look at, to be a part of the Super Six, you got to be amongst the greatest, right? So let's look on Google and look at the greatest 154s. Greatest 154 boxers of all time. According to AI Overview, some of the most highly regarded boxers at 154 division include Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford only got one fight at 154. Jermell, you could put Jermell on there. Felix Trinidad. Nah. Tito only had like what, 3 fights at 54, bro? I don't know. I'm not gonna. I think if we talking 47, Tito one of the. I think he's top 3 greatest welterweights ever. But Thomas Hearns, Winky Wright, okay. Terry Norris. Shit, I'll probably do Super 6. We could do Jermel. Let's do Jermel versus Terry Norris. So that's 2. Then we could do Winky Wright. Ooh, you know who you could throw in there too? Winky Wright. We already know what he did to Tito. We ain't even got to talk about that. Fucking bastard. Winky Wright. Damn. Now, if we talking about like today's people, I can answer that better. But shit, hold on. Let me keep looking. So we could do. How about we do? So let's cut Winky out. So Jermel Charlo versus Terry Norris. Tommy Hearns versus. Let's do Tommy Hearns versus. You know, it'd be a good one. Tommy Hearns versus Julian Jackson. Yo, can y'all imagine this shit? Somebody getting slept. I think Tommy will spark Julian Jackson, but Jackson caught Tommy with a left hook. Ooh wee. Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya. And we could do Oscar De La Hoya versus Mike McCallum. So what I say. I said Jermel versus Terry Norris. Tommy versus Julian Jackson. And what was the other one? Mike McCallum versus who? Versus Oscar De La Hoya. He said Oscar wins the Super 6? He wins the whole thing? Oscar was a monster, bro. I was watching after we had that conversation on the live the other night talking about how Oscar was getting threatened by the cartel and 9 people died in the Coliseum when De La Hoya and Chavez fought. Ooh, shout out to my boy Slime with the cash app. He says Guillermo Regendow versus Wilfredo Gomez. Oh my God. Why would you do that, man? Why would you do that? Now, in my opinion, Wilfredo Gomez is the greatest 122-pounder of all time. Just looking through his accolades, man, what he had like 15 title defenses and they were all knockouts. Like, Wilfredo Gomez was a fucking monster, cuz he had to go up and wait before he got his ass whooped by Salvador Sanchez and shit like that. But the greatest 122 of all time, in my opinion, is Wilfredo Gomez. I don't think anybody ever gonna have a run that he had at that weight class. Let's just run through his accomplishments real quick. Now, listen, man, I'm a huge, huge Guillermo Rigondeaux fan, so I don't want to come across disrespectful, man. And Wilfredo Gomez really has a case for being the greatest Puerto Rican fighter of all time. But I just think Guillermo Rigondeaux had too much, man. Like prime Guillermo Rigondeaux, he had everything: the footwork, the ring IQ, the fucking the speed, the pop. Nigga, he had power, good killer instinct. He could walk you down, fuck you up. He could be on his bicycle for 12 rounds. Bro, he could do whatever the fuck he wanted to do. One of the greatest amateurs of all time. You know, one of the most avoided duck fighters that I've ever seen in my life. And I'm talking like historically, like this man was stripped. I know, like, you know how niggas be injured and they get stripped due to inactivity. Rigo was literally stripped from inactivity, but it wasn't because he wasn't trying to fight or because he was injured. It was because niggas did not want to fight him. Contenders didn't want to fight him. No, the other champions didn't want to fight him. There was niggas who was moving up in weight purposely so they won't have to fight Guillermo Rigondeaux. I told y'all this story time and time again. Guillermo Rigondeaux was a WBO 122-pound champion of the world, right? They stripped him due to inactivity. He was trying to fight Carl Frampton, Scott Quigg, right? I think, was it Scott Quigg? Carl Frampton and Scott Quigg. The WBO stripped Guillermo Rigondeaux and had Scott Quigg and Carl Frampton fight each other for the belt. I think Carl Frampton beat Scott Quigg, and after he beat Scott Quigg, he moves up in weight. They put Guillermo as like champion in recess, and like you'll have the winner. It like whenever you decide, you know what I mean, you could automatically be in position to face the winner. And when Guillermo Rigondeaux was about to activate that shit, they moved right up in weight. Crazy. Yeah, Rigo had to go to Japan and get smoked. Yes. Yes. I would have loved to have seen a prime Rigondeaux versus NUA. Jesus Christ. I think Guillermo would have got him too. Prime. Guillermo just might be. And it's the thing, like Guillermo Rigondeaux moved up 2 weight classes to fight Loma. He quit or whatever the case was. He said he injured his hand, but I don't see how he injured his hand. He couldn't touch Loma. But then he goes down, as old as he was, goes down to 118 and grabs a belt. So he was spanking shit at 22, couldn't get no rumbles, fought Loma. Loma was too big. You know what I mean? So he goes down to 122, I think, again. Then he dropped down to 18 and grabs another strap. Man, Guillermo is a fucking GOAT. But man, he would have smoked NUA in my opinion. But anyways, they would have hated him for that. Let's not even talk about that. But let's look through Wilfredo Gomez's accomplishments, man. 3-division world champion. In my opinion, him and Tito Trinidad are the greatest Puerto Rican fighters of all time, but I give it to Wilfredo Gomez because even though Tito had like one of the longest title reigns in welterweight history, I think behind like Henry Armstrong, this man, Wilfredo Gomez, was a 3-division world champion, just like Tito. And then on top of that, bro, he won 32 consecutive fights by knockout. He has 17 title defenses, all by knockout, and that's still a record till this day that nobody has been able to accomplish. 17 title defenses, all by knockout. All by knockout. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-hmm. Bro, he had a good ass record, bro. 44-3, 1 draw, and out of them 44 wins, he had 42 knockouts. Bro, how hard was this nigga punching as a 122? And like he lost to niggas, but he lost to like other goats like Azuma Nelson and Salvador Sanchez, bro. Like, come on, bro. He was voted greatest super bantamweight ever in 2014 by the Houston Boxing Hall of Fame. I agree. But Guillermo Rigondeaux, he would have beat Wilfredo Gomez. I'm sorry. There's not many fighters, bro. Like remember when Gervonta was talking about, yeah, like, you know, I feel like I'm more skilled than Floyd. No, I take that back. No, like Guillermo was really like that, bro. Like he could have, I swear. I think he was just as skilled as Floyd, bro. In some aspects, probably even more skilled. Bro, they hate. He was so skilled that, bro. He was so skilled, but he wasn't marked. They refused to market him. They refused to market him. They put all this money into Nonito Donaire, Filipino Flash. He's the next Manny Pacquiao. And they lined him up with Guillermo Rigondeaux. And I mean, he dropped Guillermo Rigondeaux. It was really some off-balance shit for real. Flash knockdown. But man, that fucking display of boxing and ring intelligence, the counter punching from Guillermo, bro. It's just a different level, bro. It's a different level. I watch his shit, bro. I watch Guillermo Rigondeaux's highlights and still be in awe how the way he do shit. Like I swear, if I ever had a fighter like that, bro. Oh my God. Yeah, he got the fuck up off that knockdown, start beating the shit out Donaire. The only thing that stopped Donaire from not getting knocked out was how much he would rehydrate, bro. Because Guillermo, he didn't blow up in weight. He walked around at his fight weight. This dude Nonito will weigh 122 at the weigh-in and then be a whole welterweight the night of the fight. He be big as shit. His additional weight saved him from not getting knocked out. Because if you was in or around his weight, Guillermo, he was snapping jaws, knocking people out cold, stopping niggas. Pedro says, I late, bro. It okay. It okay, Pedro. No, I don't go now. I go later. No worry, Pedro. Me sorry. No, I no go now. I go later. I go later, my friend. I'm making myself laugh sometimes, boy. I'm a dickhead in real life. But yeah, bro, like Guillermo, monster. Man, them Cuban dude, bro, they really hated Guillermo. Like, it was crazy how bad HBO used to hate on Guillermo. Chill on your people. Streamer, shut up, nigga. Shut up. Before I make you come back a better man, nigga. Shut your mouth. Go quack somewhere, nigga. Fuck wrong with you? Say something else. Say something else, StreamYard. Say something else. Say something I don't like, nigga. Cause like my nigga Bill Haney, I get down where I get mad at, nigga. Oh yeah. Yo, 24 hours for the boy StreamYard, yo. Do what y'all gotta do. You wanna be a smart ass, go say that smart shit for your mother, nigga. Cause I know you living in her crib. Go be smart with your mother. 24 hours, none more, none less. He gonna miss the live tomorrow too, dickhead. Packy. Who packed in first? Let me see. Let me see. Shout out to my nigga Coffee Plant. Packed in. Walking down like I'm Brian. Yeah. Packed his goofy ass. Yeah. 24 hours later. 24 hours later. Shout out to my SpongeBob niggas. Yeah, bro. Niggas be acting like smart asses, like, you know what I mean? Acting like a little bitch. Like, he sound like a zesty ass nigga. That's like when you tell your girl shut up and she be like, make me. Make me. Say something else. Something else. Hoe ass nigga. I ain't never liked your bitch ass anyway. Fuck nigga. I'm about to pay for StreamYard again just so I could make you vanish, my nigga. Something else. Make me. That's what my girl be like. She knocked out, so I ain't gonna show her. But be like, man, shut your ass up. Make me. Make me. That sassy shit. Say that shit for your mother, nigga. I know your father disappointed in your sassy ass. We don't deal with sassy ass niggas around here. We don't even deal with sassy ass bros. Why the fuck we dealing with sassy ass niggas? You know what I'm saying? Say that shit for the LGBT PS5 HDMI community, nigga. That might have been Glizzy. Yeah, I know. Faggot ass nigga. I remember that faggot ass nigga. Glizzy. That nigga used to say his own name and snap his finger. Faggot ass nigga. Glizzy. Mark, would I slap box Southpaw for 10 racks? Come on, Slum. I'll punch that nigga in his mouth for half that bread. Them niggas be like, yo, I'll give you 5,000 to fight Southpaw. I'll go to Chicago. Swear to God. I'm gonna need more than that. But you get the point. I ain't slap boxing no Southpaw. If I'm gonna hit that nigga, I'm gonna hit that nigga with a closed fist. He know I spark him. That's why he don't want to fight me. Real shit. How much I offer that nigga? Like 20K? This shit still stand if you want it. If you want to put that up. I ain't gonna pay you that, but we could put that on the line. And fight for it. You know what I mean? I show you proof of funds. You show me proof of funds. We get this shit cracking. I bet you I beat your ass. Like you stole something. Ooh. Yeah, winner leave with 40. You leave with your own 20. You leave with additional 20. Go ahead. Let's put it up, Southpaw. So after I beat your ass, I can go buy a crib in Puerto Rico. Be the reason why I get a vacation home, you bitch ass nigga. And I take all your subscribers. Believe that. Mm-hmm. We running out of shit to talk about, people. Yeah, he keeps talking about them YouTube checks. But I remember, man, nigga, Southpaw used to live check to check, bro. Because I remember when I used to put merch up. This how you know a nigga living check to check, right? It ain't no disrespect. Like I've been there. You know what I mean? It's probably, you know what I mean? You gotta work to live. That's how fucked up at times we in right now. So I ain't knocking nobody. I don't never shit on nobody's financial situation. But I don't like when niggas be talking this money shit and whole time they in the same boat as everybody else. I remember I used to get merch done. This is when I was heavy on the merch. This shit was a real hustle. Like I'm making a lot of money off the merch. And he was like, yo, bro, that shirt fire, bro. Yo, when I get my next check, I'm gonna get one. When you saying shit like that, that let me know that you ain't even got the bread to cop a shirt right now, and the shirt was only $30. So it's like if you gotta wait on your check to buy something that's $30, I'm under the impression that you live in check to check. So is you really getting money? How you talking about? Cause like I don't know. All I know, my girl sleep right now, so she can't attest to this, but she don't pay no bills. All the bills she got is her own personal shit, like shit that she came into the relationship with. She don't pay a single bill in this bitch. You ever seen the lights flicker in this motherfucker? You ever? I never been evicted anywhere in my life. None of that. All my rooms got flat screens. I ain't even gotta talk about it. My son got his own room. All that. Like, what is we talking about? Got his own bathroom. South Park got a penny collection. Shit worth a grand total of $13.41. Oh shit. Simba do it's funny, technically Simba does have his own room. I'm not even joking. It's the laundry room, but it's a big John. Like it's a big room. He got it. He got his bed in there, litter box, all that. My credit score took a little bit of a dive. Um, but it's still solid though. I can still live wherever I want. Ain't where it's supposed to be. But once I get that fixed, once I do what I gotta do, lower that credit balance a little bit, my shit gonna shoot up to 800. Cause before it dropped, I was at like 778, some shit like that. Once they see I'm able to pay off this debt and like completely be debt free, which is gonna happen soon, it's gonna shoot through the roof for sure. Then once I hit 800, bro, niggas can't tell me shit. Like we gonna have a big ass crib, probably within the next 5 years. I'm probably gonna be apartment living for like the next 5 years. So by the time I'm like 32, 33, the YouTube shit gonna be taking off by then. So I ain't even tripping. It's gonna be fun to look back at these videos though, for sure. Like Tank say, for sure. For sure. You know what I mean? For sure. We got any last questions before I get up out of here? I feel as though pog ass nigga, man. Tank funny, man. It's sad. Can you imagine that nigga working at the zoo? Who you talking about? Tank? Tank fuck around and get they probably gonna confuse him for one of them elephant turds and shit. He probably about the same size as one of them Jones. You know what I'm saying? Do I think McGee gonna get his get back? I think he is. I really think he is. I think he gonna fuck Sarase up this time. Just being honest, but You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. If McGee get clipped again, that should be the bid. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Yeah, I seen Lubin and Holmes arguing. I didn't even know they had any type of animosity towards each other. But apparently they got history in the amateurs and shit. I gotta do some research on Ardell Holmes. I think that's his name. I gotta see what take time he on. I know he a contender, but I don't really know much about his style. I gotta tune in. You know what I mean? So we gonna see. I seen that it was about the rumble though. Like Lubin pushed him, and Holmes looked like he was about to still off on him, or he was acting like it. And Lubin he seemed like he was with the shits. Yeah, Tank be at the zoo getting confused for elephant shit. They be trying to scoop him up with the shovel. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Nigga, what are you doing? Why you by the elephant shit, nigga? I feel as though I gotta clean it. Like, that's what I'm here for sure. I like animals. I wanna be a veterinarian. Not ass nigga. That nigga Tank wanna be a zoologist. Dumbass nigga. I feel it though. My favorite animal is duck. Cause we do the same thing. StreamYard Tank favorite app too. You seen that motherfucking duck? Oh yeah, for sure. I think Elijah beats Goucher this week. At this point, bro, I feel like this nigga Goucher is a motherfucking stepping stone, bro, for these contenders, bro. This motherfucker keep getting hella opportunities. I don't mean this nigga like Cambosis, bro. Let's see how Elijah looked though, man. I was kind of disappointed in that fight he lost with Breadman fighter Karan Davis. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't feeling that. I don't know. I don't know what happened with that. But yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna tune into that Joey Spencer Tim Zoo John, man. If Joey Spencer get off on Tim Zoo, Tim need to just chalk it. He ain't getting that world title back. Tank gonna be next to the Lions like Calvin. Tank gonna be next to the Lions like Calvin. Look at him, meow meow. He gonna be like that little girl off. He gonna see that. He gonna see a bear. He gonna be like that little girl off TikTok. Can I pet that dog? Can I pet that dog? Yeah, that's gonna be Tank. Can I pet that dog? Yeah, this John. Look at that. If I see a bear, bro.
Can I pet that dog? No. Can I pet that dog? No. Can I pet that dog? No, he's can I pet that dog?
Can I pet that dog? Niggas wildin'. I feel as though that's a dog. Go pet it, Tank. Go pet it. You stupid motherfucker. But all right, y'all. I'm gonna get up out of here, man. This is a good live. I appreciate everybody that came through and showed love. Like I said, man, Tuesday night we should be having Rolly Romero on the live, man. Until then, also got some good news, man. We negotiating a partnership deal with this company, man, with this brand. You feel what I mean? Cross fingers, everything. Hopefully everything goes well. You feel what I'm saying? Check out MazumaMerch.com. We're gonna have a new design up there soon. And for those of y'all who have bought merch, my apologies for the delay. That is out of my control. But hopefully y'all get y'all shirts and y'all other merchandise soon. You feel what I'm saying? Until then, this is Mazuma TV. Y'all have a blessed, beautiful night. I'm out of here, man. Peace.